at a table and they're together and they're crying, what do you assume? You assume
breaking up.
He's breaking up with her, right?
I talked about this a couple of months ago when Wes and I were out to dinner at like a Coney, and he was talking to me about how little time we actually have left with our kids before they go away to college. And he like showed me something he was watching on Instagram, and I lost my mind and was like ugly, like the messy sucking and sobbing cry. And a girl that I know came up to me to ask me a question, and I know that she thought that something was going on with us, but it wasn't.
Let me tell you that when it happens, and you know this, you almost kind of like want to go, it's okay. I'm all right. You know what I mean?
And then like show the post, show the post about your mom.
Yeah, right. I want to do it. But it got me thinking of, when is the last time, and yours was at this, at the Coney, mine was at Starbucks, but when is the last time you publicly cried? You had a public cry. Because, I cry all the time. I'm one of those guys that gets tearful all the time. And I almost feel like I need to like shout out my cry. Like, hold on, guys, real quick, just let you know, just saw a great ad on Instagram. You know what I mean?
I pulled up to an intersection probably about 2 weeks ago, and I was listening to Jelly Roll's Save Me, which is an incredibly emotional song. And the windows are rolled up, and it just, like, for no reason, it doesn't relate to a lot of things in my life at all, but just hearing the song, I just started bawling. And a car pulls up, or I look over at that point, and there's a car of two dudes looking over at me, and I wanted to roll the window down and go, it's Jelly Roll, it's cool. It's cool, guys. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, it never comes at a time, Mike, where you're just like moving, that the traffic is flowing. It comes at a time where you have to be at a damn red light,
Yes.
And they're probably thinking to themselves, yeah, I get it, buddy. I'm upset too. I'm trying to get home, you know what I mean? Or I'm trying to get to where I have to go. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. The text is 95500. When was the last time you had a public cry, and what was the reaction of the people that you had a public cry with? Like, what did people say to you about your public cry? Amy, this is the one I hate the most too. I hate the airplane cry. Hi, Amy.
Hi. So I had something very similar happen to me just this past Thursday. My mom passed away on April 11th this year, and I was watching the Maverick Top Gun movie, and they started reminiscing about Goose dying, and I'm getting choked up now. But it just, brought back, thoughts of my mom passing away, and I started crying, and this woman next to me put her hand on my arm and said, "Are you okay? Are you a worried flyer?"
Oh.
And
yeah.
Because we were hitting some turbulence, and I told her, I said, "No,
Goose
my mom
died.
Passed away.
Your mom died.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though if you took your earbud out and say, "It's Goose"? I get so sad about Goose.
Yeah. Well, that's what triggered it with me.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said that they just reminisced about Goose and dying, and then it triggered feelings.
Did she say Goose from Top Gun? Did they put him in the new movie? That one scene, by the way, where they kind of reminisce a little bit, and his son's in that movie. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But how sweet of all these people to do this, like to
Very
care,
sweet. Yeah.
honestly.
See, but it's weird though, because I had a similar situation like Mike. I wasn't the person that was crying. I was the person that noticed that the girl next to me was crying, and I wanted to help her, but she wasn't looking over. So I like beeped the horn and interrupted her crying.
Taylor Swift, her hand.
I was like, I kind of put thumbs up, like,
No, that
it was like the worst thing ever.
What's up, Andrew? How you doing?
Nice job, Caps.
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Doing okay, buddy. When was the last time you had a public cry?
I'd want to say, there's been a number of times within the last couple months, actually. It's been a really hard time for me the last couple months.
Oh, jeez. So, we're sorry.
Yeah. But I'd say the most recent one was probably a few weeks ago. It was at a gas station, and I met the sweetest lady during the interaction, actually. So it made me feel pretty good to see that people still actually care, you know.
Oh, that's nice. These are all heartwarming that people are so nice, you know, through the whole thing. Did the lady think that you were crying over almost $4 a gallon gasoline?
No, she really didn't have any idea, but I think she could just tell genuinely that something was wrong by,
Yeah. Wow.
you know.
Mojo in the morning. What's up, Andy?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing okay, Andy. You're talking about, you know, when you cry in public, you almost feel like you have to explain things to people.
Yeah, actually, before I get into the story, first time caller, long time listener.
Yes, thank you.
He's on the phone.
What's going on?
So recently I was out with a friend and we were at the bar and he told me that the dog that I had from a little puppy, I didn't get to keep him when my ex and I split, that he had to be put down.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I would be sobbing.
So ugly crying, sobbing right at the bar. Everybody's staring at me and I didn't care, though.
They didn't understand that it was about the dog. They thought it was about him. They thought you still had attachment to that guy.
Probably.
Yeah. And honestly, would you cry that much if he died? Probably not, right?
No.
Yeah.
The dog probably treated you better.
Jessica, what's happening?
Hey, so yesterday I ugly cried at work. Okay, I work at an elementary school, and my son is a senior in high school. So we literally have 23 days until graduation.
Oh, this is a tough time for moms. Yes.
And I'm thinking about all the things, all the first laughs. I had to find baby pictures for the yearbook and all that good stuff. And then I'm sitting there crying at work, and like one of my kids in my class comes up to me and he's just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," but then of course, that makes you cry more.
Yeah. Get ready, by the way, because any, song like Rascal Flatts, My Wish, those songs play and you're like, oh, geez, Do you have a song that was like your song together? Because Chelsea's was with Luke, the Coldplay song, A Sky Full of Stars, or whatever that song is.
We don't really, but that's a good thing to think about.
Yeah. Like you got to put together the montage of the pictures and stuff. I remember when we did that with all three of the boys when they graduated.
So much work.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's up, Ryan? Hi.
Hey, how's it going, Mojo?
Good, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Mine is not as heartwarming as the rest of them. So my wife and I and a bunch of friends go on Shiprocked every year, which is like a heavy metal concert cruise, and I had way too many fishbowl drinks.
Oh, God.
And kind of did the walk of shame back to the room. Kind of one of those, everybody hates me.
Ryan, I commend you for being vulnerable and honest about why you were crying.
I'll do it again next year.
I also got to say, I'd love to be on a heavy metal cruise watching people walk around with fish bowls. Like, it just doesn't fit.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, why are you not getting a call back after you went on a date? We're going to find out this morning here on the show. Gianna's not getting a call back from a girl that she went on a date with. Gianna, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Hey, we hear all the time about how people love pickleball. You guys actually met playing pickleball?
Yes. Yeah, we met in a pickleball league, actually. I play several times a week. Well,
wow. Okay, good for you. All right, so you guys met. You guys went out. Understand that you guys also got intimate with each other?
Yes. Yeah, we went out for drinks, and she needed a ride. So, yeah, that's kind of where it started.
So it wasn't like it was just, hey, we met out, played pickleball, and that's it. You guys actually had kind of a little bit of a relationship with each other. And now she's not calling you back.
Yeah, no, we had a really nice night. And then nothing.
Which, to be quite honest with you, makes me happy to know that it's not just guys that don't call girls back when they have sex with them. It's also girls not calling girls back that when they're not, they have sex with them. We're going to, not that I'm happy for you, but I'm just happy that it's not just a guy thing.
So a universal experience.
Exactly, yes. All right, we're going to find out what's going on. We're going to get Lynn on the phone. Lynn, are you okay with your voice on the radio?
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, Lynn. Say hey to Gianna.
Hi. Hey.
By the way,
What's up?
that was a sigh before a hi. I know that we told you that we were going to get you on the radio for something that we do called Second Date Update. And I don't know if the conversation came up of that you would be talking to Gianna. Are you comfortable?
I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Still a little on the spot, but yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. If you're not comfortable, just let me know. Gianna, what was your question that you wanted to ask Lynn?
Yeah, just, I thought we had a really incredible night and a good connection, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I couldn't get a hold of you, and yeah, I didn't even see you at pickleball. So,
yeah.
How are you?
Actually,
and I'd love to see you again.
Look, I had fun and everything. I just realized you're not my type.
That's it?
When did you realize that she wasn't your type?
After we, hooked up.
Can we ask why?
Okay. So full disclosure, I just started seeing women pretty recently, and I just feel like we're both like super femme, and that just isn't what I want.
Oh.
So yeah, I just changed my mind. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I mean, that's very valid.
That is.
But why wouldn't you
I mean,
Talk about that?
Yeah, why ghost?
Wait. I mean, you kissed me in the car when I drove you home, and we were together all night.
She made the first move on you?
Yeah, she did. And we had a pretty fantastic night. I mean, there's clearly a connection there.
But maybe you thought that, and obviously she didn't.
Damn, Shannon.
No, there was. But like I said, I just changed my mind. Also, I realized I didn't like making the first move and stuff. It's just not what I picture when I think of my partner. So
why
it's
ghost?
nothing personal.
Say it, Megan. What do you say?
Why ghost instead of breaking up with her? Saying, hey, I'm interested in seeing other people.
Well, it's not breaking up. We just hung out like 1.5 times, I thought that was normal. Like I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
You said it's not what you pictured. What did you picture?
Like I said, just not someone that's also super femme. Like, it was fun. It was a fun hookup, but I just don't want to keep doing it.
I'm not mad at her, bro.
Me neither.
Yeah, I just think she probably should have said something, but
that's every second date update.
Yeah, going to the restaurant and wanting something different is okay. You have the right to do that, but at least let the person know, I guess.
Yep.
844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 if you have a comment or you have questions. If you guys don't mind, I think this is a good learning experience for anybody in any relationship of if you're not exactly feeling something between the two, that you have every right to say, hey, I'm just not feeling this thing. But I think exactly like Shannon said, most of the second date updates wouldn't be on with us if it wasn't that a person, were to call back. But Angela, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning. What'd you want to say?
I think she was just trying to test the water, see what if she really liked women.
I
So,
think that's what it was.
let me ask Lynn that question. Lynn, is this you just testing the waters because you say that this is something new to you? Or is it specifically that she wasn't what you expected?
No, like, not to, like, honestly, I'm, like, super gay, okay? So it's not about testing the waters. It's just personal preference.
I think if it was about just testing the waters, more people would sleep with the same sex.
Yeah, why? Because it'd be better?
No, because it's what, you know that you're into it. I don't feel like you just hop into bed with somebody to try it unless you're into it. But I kind of see it almost as like when you're dating when you're younger. Like, you got to try a lot of different things to figure out what you like and what you don't like.
What your type is.
Right.
I'm just shocked, though, that you guys would go to do what you guys did and you didn't notice before that, Lynn, that Gianna was super femme, like you said. Like, I got.
Or was she just totally different in the bedroom than you expected? Or what was that? What was it?
It's hard to explain, you guys. I don't know. It just, I got carried away. It was fun, and then I, like, had some time to get perspective.
Okay. Mercedes, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning, second date update.
Hi, it's Mercedes. So I just wanted to call and say I think that we can't dismiss the feelings of the person who was ghosted simply because this was kind of a trial and error vibe of a lesbian relationship. Yes, you're allowed to try out different things. You're allowed to be unsure about, how you want to move forward. But we do have to just, be considerate of that. Yes, I thought that was super sweet that you apologized, but at the time it was made, I was just like, I understand walking into a restaurant and, trying something different. Yes, that's cool, that's fun, but that's not the problem that the girl is having.
Well, I mean, it's her choice. I think Kev was using that as an analogy, and I don't know if it's being dismissive that he was saying that. I think he was just saying she has a choice, and her choice is not this,
Yes, you're young. You can do your thing, girl. Date around, date girls, date guys. Do your thing.
Deja, what's going on? It's Mojo in the Morning. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Yes, morning.
So, I mean, I know that some people, when they're in the dating pool, they don't want someone that's maybe more femme than them. And maybe Lynn thought it was Lynn that made the first move, right? She said she made the first move.
Lynn did the first move, but she sounded like she wanted Gianna to do the first move.
So maybe Lynn doing the first move made her feel more masked, and maybe she just didn't want that. Maybe she wanted to present herself as more femme, and maybe she's associating the first move.
Let me ask her that question. That's a good question. Lynn, was it all about the first move, or was it more than just that made you realize?
No, it wasn't about that, because like we said, we kissed a different time than when we hooked up.
Okay. So when you kissed, you kind of felt it, but then you guys hooked up and then you felt it even more.
Yeah.
Okay. Jessica, hi.
Hi. So I really think that Lynn is kind of testing waters in some respects, but it's testing waters whether she wants to be the femme or the masculine in the relationship. And it sounds like obviously she wants to be more the masculine, but which is nothing wrong, but just be more upfront about it. Like when you go out and just be like, explain what you're looking for, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be the most helpful way going forward without hurting anybody's feelings.
I honestly didn't know that was decided in the relationship. I guess I never asked the question, but I didn't know that was decided.
What do you mean?
Where
like in same-sex relationships?
Yeah, that somebody decided whether they were the femme or the masculine. I had no idea.
That's not always the case.
Yeah, I think it's a type thing, probably more so, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just what you're interested in. It's not like you need to have a masculine and a feminine for a couple.
But that's why I think this is so valid. Like she was figuring out, how this relationship was going to fit or work. To me, this isn't the same sort of second date update as, he had dirty fingernails and so I ghosted him for a week. That to me is stupid. Obviously, this is very valid.
I just want to know how it's going to be when you guys play again some pickleball, because that's how you guys play pickleball together. Is that going to be a weird thing for you guys to see each other again?
Yep.
No,
Probably.
I'm fine.
I think a little bit.
Okay. So Gianna
I was gonna
says.
say, what I'm gathering from all these calls is that I shouldn't have ghosted. So
yeah,
I didn't know that was the rule. So I guess.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I think that's always kind of a rule. I'm still a bit surprised because I think you don't just have a night like that all the time.
Yeah, it was just more casual to me, and I just thought that was normal too, just like hookup culture, and that's it. Like I didn't need to call you the next day or whatever.
I appreciate you guys being willing to go on the radio, and I wish both of you guys luck in relationships, okay? Thank you guys so much for doing that. Hold on 1 second, okay?
This is the home of the Dirty on the 30, Throwback Throwdown, second date update, and more of the roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.